So if you don't have that, it is you. And those of you that figure that out sooner will figure out how to get through this process faster, right? Because thinking like a CFO means getting a lot of answers, right? You're getting answers to when should I pay off my debt, right? Not just, hey, I need to pay off my debt, but when do I pay it off? When does it make sense? What debt do I pay off first, right? How much money should I have in the bank? How much is enough? How much is wasteful? These are things you have to know. What should I do with it? If I have extra cash, where should it go? Where should I reinvest? What makes the most sense? Why should I invest here? Why is this the place that makes sense? Why is this where that money needs to go? And so it's so much deeper than just doing a deal. It is answering the questions that you always have, right? Because I can tell you when I was building my business, right? I'm no different. I own an accounting firm. We have 35 employees. It started from me, one person, right? And so that all of these are questions that I have had to ask myself, and they're all questions that my clients are asking me every single day. So I know it's a question that you're consistently asking. And so what we tried to do is help define the answers to some of these questions, right? So that it can help you think like a CFO. And so, and what we believe is if you follow the process appropriately, and you follow the process in order, you can ultimately build lasting wealth, right? And so when we look at our strategic CFO hub, and we look at kind of this project that I've put a lot of hours into, we look at it in the definition of this hustle, secure, expand, exit phase, these 4 phases. Because the reality is that's what every business owner goes through. And so whether you like it or not, that is your process. And so what happens a lot of times is that we understand phase 1. For many of us, that's the deal phase, right? That's us starting to just do deals to get revenue in the door. But over time, we stay in that phase. And the reason why we stay in that phase is because we never entered the secure phase. We never built enough cash. We never reduced our debt. We never did some of the things that we needed to do to get into the security phase. And so we were in the hustle phase and tried to expand. Has anybody felt like that? Has anybody felt like, hey, I'm hustling, and I'm trying to grow at the same time? Well, what happens when you do that is you end up in this little cycle here between hustle and expand. You guys can't see here, this might be easier. Between this hustle and expand, and you skip the secure. And what happens here in this phase, in this trap, this is what they call the grind. This is what they call the hamster wheel. This is what they call, everything you want to call it. It's all because you're going from hustle to expand, hustle to expand, hustle to expand, and you didn't spend the right amount of time in phase 2 securing your business. And so we all love to hustle, we all love to expand, but the reality is the security of your business is what creates the foundation for you to expand, and for you to expand naturally, and for you to expand actually quicker than you would have otherwise. Because otherwise you end up in the hole.